questions. Questions. There's so many questions about you guys about Epstein. And you can shoot lights on. Yeah. Thank you. Hey, tonight this is a different kind of series. This is a every once in a while series. We do something 1 week only, and it's part of our year-long series called I Have Questions. And we talk about trending topics and things that you might not ever talk about at church. And tonight, we're going to talk about vaping. That's right, vaping. And here's the deal. We're not going to specifically talk about everything about vaping. We're going to use vaping as a lens through which we view how to do something the way the Bible is talking about. So that's going to be the specific example we use, but it will be relevant to a lot of other things. And I'm not actually going to talk about it. Riley's going to talk about it, so give Riley a round of applause.
So, Brad said we're talking about vaping, and you guys are probably wondering, like, that's kind of weird, we're talking about vaping this morning. Don't we usually talk about, like, what? Is it weird that we're talking about vaping? Yeah. We're using vaping as an example, but don't we usually talk about, like, forgiving others and praying and reading the Bible in church? Yeah. Yeah? Okay. So, bear with me today, because the message isn't just going to be about vaping, and it's not going to be about making you guys feel guilty for vaping or doing other things that you may consider bad. And it's also not about, like, making you feel if you don't vape, or do things that you consider bad. It's not about making you feel more holy or, like, feel like you can judge others. Using vaping as an example may also seem odd because there's things way worse than vaping. Like, vaping isn't smoking cigarettes, right? It's not like you're getting drunk and taking a joyride on the minivan. And it's not like you're having premarital sex or, like, doing hard drugs. Wasn't vaping invented to be a safer alternative to things that are way worse? Isn't it, like, socially acceptable to do it in your homes and in restaurants now? If anything, vaping may seem like an improvement. Plus, vaping doesn't really seem to affect the others around you, and some parents aren't even okay with it. So why are we talking about it? In other words, is it even a big deal? At this point, you may be asking, do I need to talk to my small group leader about this? Or it's so small and it's not, at this point, you may be asking, do I need to talk to my small group leader about this? Or it's so small that it's not really that big of a deal. You may even say with confidence, I can definitely tell you it's not a big deal. So why would I take a week to talk to you guys about this? We'll get there in a sec. But first, I want to reiterate to you guys that this is not about God's love. Whether you vape or not has no effect on how much God loves you. Amen. God's love isn't fragile, and there's nothing that we can ever do to change that. Also, this week is not about judging others. Chances are, at some point in your life, if not already, you have met someone who vapes, smokes, drinks, or makes other bad decisions. Today is not about getting more information so you can better judge those around you who are making decisions that you don't approve of or that you think God doesn't approve of. So you guys are probably still having questions. If this isn't about church guilt, God's love, or judging others, what is it about? It's about learning how to make good decisions about things that don't seem like a big deal in the moment, but maybe way bigger than we realize. And if we can learn how to do this, it'll benefit our lives greatly now and later. Okay, so to learn about this, we're going to look at a book in the Bible that is all about practical wisdom. So if you guys have a Bible, if you don't have a Bible, get a Bible, or pull out a screen that has a Bible on it. Or it might be up there. I don't know. Joel, is it going to be up there? Okay. So this book is Proverbs, and it's written by King Solomon. Can anybody tell me what King Solomon was known for? Anybody? Anybody at all? Does nobody know? Just think about it. Just give me. What do you think King Solomon was? Yes. was a polygamist, but he was also the wisest man that ever lived, which doesn't.
Wise and wise.
Which isn't okay. Being wise is not a terrible thing to be known for, and a lot of people think that he wrote proverbs for his son. So like, hey, when I'm gone boys, I want you to remember some things that I learned through my successes and failures, which he had a ton of. A ton of sons, a ton of wives, a ton of successes, and a ton of failures. So throughout this whole book, Solomon wrote about decisions and the impact they had on the people who made them, which made him a great leader and ruler, but didn't always translate into him making the best decisions for himself. Solomon was simply a man who had seen so much in his life and the lives of others that he had some perspective to pass along. So he wrote in Proverbs 4, 6 through 7, "Do not forsake wisdom, and she will protect you. Love her, and she'll watch over you. Wisdom is supreme, therefore, get wisdom, though it costs all you have, get understanding." Which might be a little bit different translation, but it's the same thing. First of all, throughout the book, Solomon talks about wisdom like it's a woman. It's kind of like how some of you guys refer to your car as he or she, or like kind of name. Does anybody have a name for their car? Kira, what's your car's name? Sal? It was Sal. Rest of Sal. Solomon's not crazy. He's just personifying wisdom. He's basically saying, when it comes to decisions that don't seem like a big deal, the best thing to do is to not turn your back on wisdom. Ultimately, here's what I think Solomon was getting at. We all have to make decisions sometime in our life. And who here has noticed that the older you're getting, the more independent you are, and the more you guys are making decisions for yourself? I know I like for sure noticed that. If you have noticed this in your life, you may be asking these questions as you make these decisions. But maybe asking, is it a big deal, or will I get in trouble? So it's kind of like this. Well, I crossed. Got this coin here. This side is heads, because it has a head on it, and this side is tails, because it has a bear on it, and bears have tails. So heads is yes, and tails is no. So whether you're deciding to vape, smoke, drink, sneak out, to study or to not study, or to lie or cheat, we ask ourselves, is it a big deal? And it's heads, so that's yes, it is a big deal. And then we ask, will I get in trouble? And it's tails, so no. That doesn't really line up. But if both the answers were no, we'll usually go for it, right? And if the answers are yes, then maybe we'll think about it, and maybe we'll still go for it. Maybe we'll go back. We never know. Well, those aren't bad questions. I think there are much better questions that we can ask. In Proverbs, Solomon is telling us to ask the question, is it wise? So when applying this to vaping, we can talk, argue, debate, and research about whether it's a good idea or not. But the goal is to figure out whether it's good for you and good for you right now. So, for example, if we're talking about vaping, to develop wisdom around vaping specifically, here are a few things that we need to take into consideration. One, it's bad for you. And this isn't just my opinion. In many websites say that some brands contain chemicals, including formaldehyde, which are often used in building materials, and other ingredients used in antifreeze that can cause cancer. So that doesn't sound too good, does it? You guys want that in your lungs? No. So even if vaping is considered better than other things, it doesn't make it good. And in fact, it's still bad for you. Two, it's a waste of money and energy. Anything that doesn't help you is a waste of money and energy. So if you spend time going to see a counselor, that's probably not a waste of money and energy. With vaping, you're paying to put chemicals into your lungs that can harm you. Three, it can complicate your home life. Anytime that you bring something into your home life that will cause conflict between you and your parents, that can complicate your home life. Four, it starts a lying and hiding cycle. If your parents start to ask questions about vaping or anything that you do, you pretty much automatically revert to lying, and lying leads to hiding, and hiding leads to more lying, and so on and so on and so on. So it just creates a cycle of lying and hiding, and that's never good for you. 5, it's illegal, and this is the most sound, good judgment argument that I can bring to the table. It's illegal. And when you do anything that's illegal, it can negatively impact your future. So knowing all this, does vaping seem like it's good for you, good for you right now? No? Thanks, Connor. Okay, now I want to go back to the core issue that we were talking about. How you make decisions. Vaping is just one thing that you'll have to make a decision on in your life. And when it comes to making any life decisions, we can agree that the best question we can ask is it wise, right? That's what I said earlier, so I think we can agree on that, right? So how do we know if something's wise? How do we get wisdom? Well, James, who is Jesus' brother, said this. James 1. So if you guys want to pull your Bible again. He says, I'll give you guys a second. Alright, James 1:5. If any of you lacks wisdom, he should ask God, who gives generously to all without finding fault, and it will be given to him. Asking God for wisdom is key when it comes to decisions that don't seem like a big deal. Because you may not know what's right for you and what's right for you right now, but God does. It's one of the key ways that God gives us wisdom and helps us use good judgment is through others. God gives us wisdom through prompting our conscience, Bible verses, and time spent in prayer. But wait, there's more. We have older, wiser people around us that can help bring perspective and clarity to decisions that seem cloudy from our point of view. The key is to not make decisions that don't seem like a big deal without help from stronger and wiser people than you. Think of it this way. Don't make small decisions alone. Don't make small decisions alone. Going back to an earlier point, I want to say again, if you don't make any of the classic bad decisions, instead of judging others who do, focus on getting wisdom for yourself, because that's the wisest thing you can do right now. And realize there will be a time when a decision comes up that's unclear and doesn't seem like a big deal, and you may need help. And you'll be glad that you developed good judgment and pursued wisdom that you can count on when you need it. And if you do vape or make the classic bad decisions that are not helpful for your life, I want to remind you that this is not about God alone. God doesn't love you any less because of some bad decision that you made. And God's love is solid and it's not going anywhere. This is about how you owe it to yourself to ask yourself why you do the things that you do. You owe it to yourself to make decisions that will set you up now for success and more wisdom and more good judgment in the future. If you can figure this out now, it will set you up for life. So whether you're a student or an adult, one of the biggest factors in the quality of your life, now and later, is your ability to make decisions. Most people can never get past the is it good for you or will I get in trouble stage and end up making decisions that lead to pain. So remember to invite others in that will give you tough advice that you may not want to hear but need to hear and bring God in. So don't make small decisions alone. Sang all of our songs. Thirsty. Sang all our songs, so I think we're going to go to small groups now.
I know, I just did
Oh,
Go.
We also I couldn't figure out how to see that part. You can hear how it's kind of off. Just hear it was the it was what? It was like on the medium. I thought I would notice. I didn't really notice. Did you notice? Maybe no one would be able to extract it. Good. Well, I thought you were gonna tell me like right away to do it.
No. I don't really think there's a right.
All right. Thanks again.
Thank you.
Great.
You're working in the wrong place, bro. I'm not ready with somebody's on one night, it's there, I spent the night on that for in college, like the college. I have not even started something. Yeah. It's like to me, I don't know, you know, when you guys like look at the rest of you, you know, like the real thing, like to me that always tastes like something. Like right now in my mouth it tastes like something. I'm just like I'm the worst. So the worst food I've ever had. We were in Nashville. Those people come myself. We ate some Burger King at one of the sessions one night. And it was I was fine. Or no, he was fine, but I was falling. I was so sick. every day eventually has to that way.
Somebody said that I want to go. Like, she's handing some big one. She's like, are you passing it off to other kids? I'm like, no, I'm not. I don't really like, I don't like to know. I rather like, sit down to me, I'm not really. I'm gonna go back to work across the street here.
Thank you so much. That was such a blessing.
Dude, that was fun, man. I'm kind of on like second shift hours, so I've been working on it for like weekends at church, like evening stuff. So,
Welcome to my life.
yeah, this time of year is like this time of year in the summer. Summer's all like we're in the boat, like every day.
Yeah.
They just have scheduling and stuff. All good, brother. Good night, man.
I appreciate it. Was it awkward when they ended it or yeah, did you do that?
Just leave a note.
I should have told you, right? But I didn't want you to like from the throw up. They kind of know. The nice thing is one of the things we started doing is with our student leaders before service starts, we'll do a full room. So they know their parts. But I think maybe that helps, like they kind of know what's happening next. So
Rylie did good. She's like, you know, the classes now.
yeah, she did. Yeah, no, I was proud of her tonight. She did a great job. Yeah, and this is the fourth student week in a row that we've had students speak.
Oh, okay.
I don't. There was a series on science and faith, which seemed appropriate as a student. We wanted to get them. There's some students that are just like eager to take the next step and growing and want to create and stuff. Yeah. So this year's like science and faith appropriate. There's only 3 of them, so they just kind of added one off.
Oh, okay.
Next semester they want to write their own series.
Yeah, well, it's pretty cool. We're gonna have
Yeah, and what happened last year, we got to maybe half the size of this group. And we just kind of waited for all of you to go like, wow, I don't really know this at all. And so I basically called all of them. They're all students, most of them responded to that. And they were like, yeah, we want, they saw it in our group, they were like, wow, where did it go? Yeah, we really wanted to. Wanted to be part of reaching out.
I just feel like that week here. It's easy to like, I can just do this myself.
Yeah.
More time training people.
It's
So it's like, I guess I'm alive.
right. It's more important than for sure.
Yeah.
But like, I would have to do everything like that and done that. Right? You know, right? There've been times where it's helped me even more than that. I'm like, that's like what happens in the trajectory of after this really is the both of you guys. And so I'm giving them opportunities now to do ministry. So that's when
now all of a sudden, there are other games. I think that's really where some of the value is when you run, okay, I tried it, that's not my game. Joel's friend, for example, he reached out to ago. Yeah, and he so one thing I love it. Yeah, it's kind of good here. But honestly, he's learning also that just the step of faith is huge because that's something that he is just terrified of. I don't know where actually where to be. Okay. It was actually easier to get into your problem track to get seconds to like think of how to say it next. But yeah, so it's been good. I think it's good leadership. I love